Hallo guys, KP Chamino here with a new video for Professional Fishing 2. And in this video I'm going to talk about a lot of things, a lot of new things that are in the game, upcoming things in the game, because a lot is happening in this game. Yeah, let's get started. But first I'm going to talk about something. So I don't make that many videos anymore for this game, for the simple reason what happened in the Halloween event. So I made a video for the zombie catfish, and we had an update, and a lot of people were breaking their stuff and were angry at me. I cannot do a lot about it. It was just the update that fucked up the setups. So therefore, I'm going to wait to make tutorials until the game is more stable, and if we are on a point that it's set, this is a system and we are not going to work anymore on it. So that's the first thing that I want to say. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about all the new stuff that we got in the game. So there are, I think, one or two things that I want to show you guys that are the most important. Then we are going to the Discord, because there is a roadmap for this month or future updates. The developer, he hired a 2D animator, and I think that's really good, because you can see clearly that at the moment to work for one developer is way too much. You see it in everything, because I know it's early access, but if you do an update that breaks so many things, that's not good, because people paid for this product. You always need to have, even in early access, a playable version, and I already saw a couple of times that is not happening, and I think he got way too much work. Therefore, I very happy that he's got now a second developer that is going to focus on the animation, how fish looks and all that stuff. So that's very important. So the first thing for people that don't know, we got now two modes that you can play. So if you go to settings and you go to game, you can see here arcade and normal setting. So you can see it here. What is the difference? The arcade mode is the mode that we had at the start. So we don't have fish migration in this mode. So if you want to fish just like you always fish, you go to a location and you just want to catch non-stop fish and stay at the location, that's the mode that you want to have. If you take normal mode, that means that fish migration is going to start. So the fish is going to move around. So if you go to a spot, you catch fish. At a certain moment, the fish is gone. That means that the fish moved around. A little bit later, I will talk about it, what it is, because the developer set it on the Discord. So that are the two modes. Then another thing that it changed, the spin fishing is a lot smoother now. So you can see it here. Yeah, I'm going to throw a little bit better. So you can see it was already a little bit better, because I made a video a couple of months ago about it, but now the lure handling is a lot better. So major improvements to spinning fishing to spin fishing. Lure retrieves are smoother and more natural. So you can see it here. It's a lot easier now to do something with the lure. That was a problem. What was the problem before that? The lure was all over the place. Sometimes it was jumping out of the water, sometimes it was hard to get from the bottom, but now I got the impression it's a lot easier to do handling on the lure. So that's good. That are the two major things. And then he did a couple of smaller things that you can read on the Discord. So now I'm going to the Discord and I'm going to show you guys a couple of things that are incoming. I'm going to show you guys a really cool feature that already the new developer did, the new 2D artist did, and what is coming to the game. I'm now on the Discord and I'm going to talk about a couple of things that I said in the first part of the video. So first of all, I'm going to talk about fish migration and what it is. Fish migration is a very hot topic in fishing games, because most of the time they are just implemented or not implemented to just reduce the bite so that people make less money. Simply said. But in this game, I don't think that's the case. Why? Because he got an arcade mode too. So if he only had like the normal mode and suddenly the bytes are gone, it was a little bit the same like in other game, but here you can just play arcade mode and you catch non-stop fish. So I'm sure what the developer is saying is what is in the game. So that's very important. There are a couple of things that I miss with his statement, like he's not really talking about is there something that is influencing fish migration? Because is it just static? I don't know it. Does it depend the time of the day, the weather, the bait? He's not talking about that because that was a very big problem in other fishing games too. I played fishing games that had a little bit of fish migration too, and people started to invent mechanics that were not in the game. I remember a fishing game that people suddenly started to think temperature is going to make diamonds. It was never the case because I tested it all. I never saw a correlation between temperature and more spawns of diamonds. So that can be a problem with fish migration too. Because if people don't catch a fish, they start to think this is influencing the bite, this is influencing the bite. But if you test it the right way, it's not true. So let's have a look what it means. So the developer is saying it here. It doesn't mean fish suddenly disappear. So that's something that is very important. So if you're on a spot and you see that the bite goes away, it's not going to happen. The bite goes a little bit down and at some point it stops. So that's already good info. It simply means that it simply means they occasionally change their feeding spots within the same lake. So occasionally, that does not mean it always happened. So they are just going to change the feeding spots, they go to another spot. This makes each location more dynamic. Different species may appear in new places. That's really cool. And sometimes a spot may be less active for a while and become productive again later. Each map has plenty of potential fishing spots. That's important too. So if you go for a certain target fish, and for example you go for carp and then suddenly it's pike, you can't just go around and try to get a new active pike, a carp spot. There's always something biting somewhere. So that's good. That's clear, you know what is happening. But of course, why are fish changing their spots? Is it depending on the weather? Is it depending on the day of the time? Is it that they don't want to eat anymore? So that's something that I miss here, but maybe it's simply not in the game. I think at the moment it's more static and I don't think it depends that much on the weather because that's part of fishing too. Like for example, if it is hot, maybe the pike is sitting more under the lilies. And maybe if my pike spot dries up, maybe I need to go more to vegetation areas. Because that's part of fishing too, you know. So, but that's something that we don't know. Then the next one, what is he going to do? Because this is, by the way, from the 6th of November. Always remember that. So plans for this month. First, I'll focus on fixing bugs and improving the strength tension bar. I also address issues where the character can fall through the terrain. It's possible that he already did that, and this is important. So next, I plan to add a new batch of equipment, several new rods, rails, lines, and hooks. After that, I'll introduce a few rare carp variants, and that's important because yesterday we had an update how they look, which are already in preparation. Finally, I'll add a new inventory fishing setup manager. I'll add a new inventory as fishing setup manager, which will make it easier to organize gear and quickly switch between setups. Very important. This is so bad in this game, it's unbelievable. The management of your baits, the management of your setups. Today I started to play the game and I realized how bad it is in this game. Because you just start using it and you think by yourself, it's still the same. So I'm very happy that's a main prio. That's the plan for this month. There may be some slight delays, but everything is moving in the right direction. And then yesterday, we had an update. So the developer got a 2D artist. So I have some important and very positive news for you. A new person is joining my team. Yeah, it's now a team. In the past, it was just one guy. So a 2D artist, Alex. So it's Alex78. I'm wondering that is from 1978 too, because that's the year that I was born too. Yeah, I'm an old guy, I know that. But that's cool. Who will support the visual development of the game. So what is he going to do? He's going to create new 2D visual content for the game, designing and improving UI, HUD, and icons, texture, graphic elements. Very good. I'm very happy that a poor person is going to do that. Improving consistency and quality of the visual style, providing visual support for future updates. It's like the hiring, what you see if you want to get a job. That's what he's writing here. Communicating with here on Discord, sharing plans, concept and prototypes, and gathering feedback. Very important. This is very important for me. Because what is the problem with fishing games? At some moment, people just leave the game. But if you keep saying what you're doing, if you say this is incoming, people get connected to the game. And that's, for me, this is very important. Somebody that just, I saw it in Fishing Planet 2, like people were a little bit upset about, are we going to get, can we use the DLC boats in the new Norwegian area? I found it today, but that's something that you need to communicate right away, in my opinion. You don't need to wait with it, or the level that the new area is going to be. You can tease people, but sometimes it's not so good to tease people on certain things in the game, because they just get burned out, and that's a problem. Offering substantive advice and support in discussion about the game development. And that why is it important? I want professional fishing 2 to grow faster and even more professionally. Very important. Like I said, early access, you got a little bit more slack on the development, that's true, but not too much slack. Like I said, you cannot fuck up the entire game. And you need to get a certain pace too, because the problem is, if it takes way too long, people just leave the game, and that's a very big problem. So that's good. So, and yesterday, Alex is already working very hard for his money, because we had yesterday this. So we are going to get new variants for fish, and I like it a lot. So you can see, he already teased a little bit. So we are going to get albino common carp, melanistic one, so that's the black one, and Santic one. So you can see it here. So what is going to happen? To kick off the new channel, where we'll be announcing content and ideas coming to the game, I like to introduce you to a new skin variant that will be available in the next update. We wanted to start with common Cezanne and mirror carp, and then we add skins for other species. We could divide those new variants in two groups, common variant and rare variant. In the case of common variants, they exhibit different color tunes within the actual chromatic scales found in nature in species where appreciable difference exists. What the fuck? What the fuck? So, what does that mean? I think it means, so if you got a variant in real life, you can have small adjustments, and that's what common is. As in a case of rare variants, they result from genetic anomalies that can naturally occur in species. So this is what is going to happen. So you can see it here. This is the common one. This is the leather variant one. Then the linear variant one, and then the fully scaled one here. And then here is another one that I already showed you guys. And here, no, this is another one. So this is really cool. I like that a lot. So this is coming, and what is so good about it, they got now a new content area in Discord where you can actively say what you want. So you can see it here, just say what you want, and that is what I like. So you got now a little bit an online active development Discord area where the developer can just show this is what is coming, what do you think about it right away, and that's really cool. That was it. It was a long video, but it was a lot that I need to talk about it. So let's see what is going to happen with the game. That's very important, and we will see in the future what is coming. So I'm excited for the new gear. I'm excited for the new variants, and let's hope that this game keep being developed. That's very important, because it can be always a problem with the game. And yeah, if there is something new, I will make a video for this game. Thanks for watching. Have fun. Bye bye.